Now we have some breaking news to start with this hour. Here in the UK, prosecutors have authorised a charge of conspiracy to conduct espionage against 3 men and 2 women suspected of spying for Russia. It follows an investigation by the Metropolitan Police. Let's take you straight to the newsroom and our correspondent Daniel de Simone, who is there. Daniel, tell us what details we have.
So this has been announced within the last few minutes. The Crown Prosecution Service here in the UK has announced that it's authorised charges of spying charges against 5 Bulgarians who are living in the UK. It's 3 men and 2 women. 3 of these defendants were charged earlier in the year with possessing fake identity documents, that's passports and other identity documents for 9 different countries. And at that point, we revealed this last month, that they were suspected of spying for Russia. Now, actual formal confirmation that these 3 defendants and an additional 2 are to be charged with spying for Russia. They are suspected of being an operational spy cell operating out of the UK, but also going into Europe. It is alleged that they conducted surveillance on targets. One of the defendants, Mr. Orlin Roussev, is alleged to have been running the operations from the UK, that he was also alleged to have been responsible for creating some of the fake passports that the police allegedly found in a couple of properties they searched earlier in the year. This is an unusual case. We don't often get cases like this. These defendants are going to be, they're going to appear in court next week in London at Westminster Magistrates Court, and we'll hear more details then. But we are providing more details now for the first time. We are saying they are accused of being an operational spy cell in the UK and abroad into Europe.
Daniel, how much detail do we know about the lives that they led here in Britain?
Well, we know a fair bit about 3 of the defendants because they were charged earlier in the year. They were charged in February with these passports offences. And then we reported that for the first time last month. We reported quite a lot of detail about those defendants and their backgrounds. The 2 additional defendants who we've learnt about for the first time today, we don't know a lot about them yet. The 3 that we do know about, Mr. Orlin Roussev, he had a property in Great Yarmouth in Norfolk. He was a businessman who came to the UK in about 2009, worked in a financial services company. He then also had a company that he wrote about online on his LinkedIn profile that he said was involved in interceptions of communications. So he had like a technical background. The other 2 were living as a couple. That's Bizer Dzhambazov and Katrin Ivanova. They lived as a couple in a series of suburban properties in the UK. He told neighbours that he worked as a driver for hospitals. She worked also in a healthcare job, and they actually ran like a community organisation for Bulgarian people in London, which provided sort of lessons on English and advice on how to settle in the UK.
Daniel, thanks for those details, and we'll have more on the story throughout the day. But let's